Hey guys, it's Josh from offthecouchtraining.com, and today is day 15 of the 30 Days of November videos, and today we are going to do excuse number 6 and finish out the excuse series. So, without further ado, let us begin. Life has a funny way of keeping you in check. One minute you're 5 years old, waiting for the bus, then the next you're a 55-year-old man saying, "Where the hell did that bus go?" Or woman, I guess you could be a woman with this beard. Nah, sometimes letting life happen is the worst thing you can do. But how the hell are you going to make things happen if you don't know where to start? Today we look at our sixth and final excuse, not knowing where to start. Of all the excuses, this one's pretty damn weak. I mean, you got money, you got time, you got laziness, but not knowing where to start is really not an excuse. But so many people do it. So many people use that as their crutch. Let me know. Tell me if this sounds familiar to you. Have you ever told someone, "I would love to do that, but I just don't know where to start"? Okay, I'll admit it. I'm guilty of this. I've said it before too. So I understand. It is a legitimate excuse, but at the same time, so is anything if you're gonna just not do anything. I mean, it's just a way of procrastinating and keeping yourself from growing. So how do you get over not knowing where to start, and why don't you know where to start? Some reasons could be maybe it's something new that you've never done before. Maybe you just didn't think it was worth your time to learn about. Perhaps funds were an issue, and I know we've discussed money before, but that's not going to be an issue going forward. You've got an imagination, and you can do all kinds of workarounds. But yeah, funds. Nah, screw that shit. Maybe you've never found it interesting enough to venture into whatever it is that you want to start. Whatever the reason is that you didn't start, going forward, you're going to have no fear of that anymore, because in the next couple minutes I'm going to tell you about 8 simple steps that you can do to get started with anything. So, how do you get started? First thing you have got to do is you got to figure out what the hell it is that you want to start. Pretty simple. I don't think I need to explain that one too much. So, figure out what it is that you want to do. Pretty. 2. Create a list of barriers to entry. What exactly is keeping you from accomplishing those, or from starting? What are the main objections you see that that you think are going to be a bitch, basically? But once you figure that out and you write out that list, then you're going to look at that and you're going to throw that shit away, because obstacles are going to be nothing to you, because you have no fear anymore. You're a master of your time. You can you can get experience from just about anybody. You are capable of anything, because you're not a lazy ass. You're going to get up and take action. And with that being said, let's go to step 3. You find somebody that has done whatever it is that you're wanting to do, and you learn from them. It's pretty simple, but a lot of the times we get so afraid to ask people for help that we'll just sit back and just forget about it. Just casually forget about it. Like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to do that. No, not anymore. What you're going to do, if you don't know what it is, if you don't know how to do whatever it is that you're trying to do, say you're trying to become, I don't know, a freaking marathoner, you're going to find somebody, or better yet, you're going to ask your network, your friends, your family, people that you work with, if they know anybody who has ever ran a marathon, and if they'd be interested, if they could hook you up, if they could introduce you to that person. Because, every time somebody asks you what's up or what's going on in your life, and we give them that same bland little, oh, nothing much. No, you can say what you're gonna do, and then you can ask that question. Oh yeah, so I want to be a writer. By any chance, do you happen to know anybody who has any experience writing, and would you mind hooking me up with them? I'd be greatly in your debt, and I can, yeah, real simple. Takes like 5 seconds, although it took me a little more than that to spit all that out. But either way, simple. Ask your friends, family, if they know anybody. Get to going. You can join a community. This can be online, or this can be in, real life. Ooh, real life. But if you're going to do it online, you can go to forums that are about the subject or topic that you're wanting to learn about, and try to find people there that are like-minded and know what it is that you're looking for. Or you can do Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, anywhere online that there's a group of people that share information. So the next thing you do is step 5. You're going to set a deadline for achieving whatever it is that you wanted to do. This is paramount, this step right here, because without that deadline, then you're never going to actually sit down to do it. Because you're just going to sit there and talk about doing it, but never do anything other than just talk. You could be the best talker in the world, but unless you actually write this shit down in a calendar or put it where it's visible every single day, you're not going to do it. You'll just, like I said earlier, you'll casually forget about it. And that's where the laziness and procrastination comes in. So, how do you avoid this? Well, step 6. This is where you start to dig deep. This is where you ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen? It's a real simple question. What is the worst thing that could happen if you do whatever it is you set out to do? Unless that answer is kill yourself or kill someone else, then there's no freaking reason for you not to do it. Say you want to be a freaking comedian. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with stuff off the top of my head here. Say you want to be a comedian. What's the worst thing that could happen? Oh, turns out you're actually funny. I'll be damned. Guess what? You won't know that unless you actually try. And if you're just gonna sit on your ass, then why even do anything? Why even get out of bed? I mean, there's no point. And the last key step to this, although there's another one after this, number 7, but this one is the key. Number 7, find accountability. And we've talked about accountability before, and it could be something as simple as getting on your camera and announcing to all your Facebook friends and family what it is that you want to do. For instance, like me, I want to be a copywriter. I'm going to be a copywriter, and this is my announcing it. And what I expect is my friends to hold my ass accountable if I don't follow through with this. I haven't set the deadline yet, but we'll get to that. So what you do is you ask your friends to hold you accountable, and then you just do it. Find the friends that actually will push you, or the family members that will push you, and let them know what it is that you're going to do, and then tell them your deadline, and then have them follow up with you. It's pretty simple. Or if you're doing the online thing, you could join those groups, find you an accountability partner in one of those groups, and have them check in on you each day, and y'all feed off each other's fuel, feed off each other's fire, and just do it. Really, just that simple. Just do it. And the last step is to repeat. Repeat this anytime you want to start something new. It's a simple process, and let me repeat it for you again, so that way you can keep it in mind. 1, figure out what you want to do. 2, learn what is stopping you. 3, find someone who has done whatever it is that you want to do. 4, Join online or in-person communities. 5. Set a deadline for the task. 6. Ooh, that's difficult. Now I gotta use both hands. 6. What's the worst that could happen? 7. Find accountability. And 8. Repeat. With these 8 steps, starting will never be an excuse again. Now comes the time where I talk about a quote, or I can do something a little different. Over the last week and a half, you've learned how to overcome 6 major objections holding you back. Facing the asshole that is time, how to gain experience, fighting the gym blues, learning money isn't everything, kicking laziness's ass, and learning where to start. You've come a long way over the last 6 videos on excuses. Where will you go next? Without excuses, the opportunities are endless. Below in the comments, I'd love for you to let everyone know what it is that you're wanting to do next. What you're looking to accomplish out of life. And if this has helped you in any kind of way at all, like it, share it, get it out there. I want the message to be loud and clear that we're not just going to be sitting around on our asses. It's about getting up. It's about doing things. It's about living your life. It's not about sitting back. Sitting back does nothing. Just freaking do something. Whatever that something is. If it's something that you care about, just do it. People will feed off your energy. People will become active with you. And as I've said before, I will actually end it this time with a quote. So, start where you are. Use what you have, do what you can. Arthur Ashe. And I'm gonna, after this is uploaded, I'm going to put together a little guide for the 6 excuses, and I will post it below in the comments probably within the next hour or so. So, you guys have a good night, and I will see you on day 16. And remember, get up and take action. Have a good night.